Good morning, guys. My name is Guillaume. I'm here at NAMM 2019 at the Gibson booth with Matt. Hello, Matt. How are you doing?
Hey, doing well.
And you are in charge of getting us through that amazing custom shop wall.
Yeah, it's the gauntlet, and we brought over 100 guitars here to NAMM, and basically we wanted to feature our capabilities, so we have some amazing one-of-a-kind art pieces and examples of what you can do through our custom order program made to measure. And we also have our bread and butter, which are historic reissue models. So basically starting here and extending several rows down the wall, we have our historic reissue series. So we've reissued every important collectible model from 54 through 68. And in the middle, you'll see our 1959 reissue, which is our best-selling model at Custom Shop, and definitely the kind of the pinnacle of our lineup. And just like in our great heritage and history at Custom Shop, we've pushed the limit and raised the bar of our historical accuracy once again. So a lot of really cool things this year, but just a general overview is we've tweaked a number of the cosmetic parts of the guitars. So everything from correcting the inlays on a 57 Les Paul Custom to readjusting the silk screen on the Les Paul and the headstock and tweaking the logo and the font, et cetera, et cetera. So little things like that. And then for the 60th anniversary models, we've added all sorts of like collectible collateral, a special backplate, which you'll see, and special hang tags, etc. One of the things that we're most excited about for Custom Shop is all new electronics in the historic reissues. So basically we listened to our fans and they were telling us, listen, we love how accurate your guitars are. Can you dive into the vintage electronics? Because nowadays, a set of original patent applied for pickups is more expensive than any one of our guitars. So if we can, figure out what made those so great, the potentiometers so great, the capacitors so great, we thought we would really add to the vintage experience. So I feel we've done that through lots of trial and error and research. We've developed 100% accurate paper and oil capacitors. We've developed true audio taper vintage style potentiometers, and we have unpotted custom buckers for the first time ever, which really get that raw, clear PAF sound. So really excited about that. Yeah,
it's amazing. Every lunch break that I have, go to the custom shop at Thomann and just try as many as I can.
Nice.
So far exceeded my expectations. I'm really looking forward to hear that.
So first, I guess we got to take a look at the 59s. So here's one of 10 colors for 2019. So we'll be doing basically 60th anniversary models, 10 different colors, and also 2 different fingerboard woods, which is new. We wanted to give people options. That was the idea. And especially for exporting wood and traveling with wood, it's important to have options these days. But yeah, so the fingerboard woods, Indian rosewood like we've always used, and then Bolivian rosewood, which is basically a wood that comes from South America that's very similar to Brazilian rosewood, has similar density properties, etc. But for the most part, it's very hard to tell them apart. They're really similar. And so here's that 60th anniversary badge. And this is one of the 10 colors for this year. Another one I want to point out is a 64 SG standard. So we've never reissued the 64 SG before. I love this guitar. I think 64 was really the kind of the pinnacle for the SG because it was no longer, it didn't have the Les Paul moniker anymore. It is what it was in SG. And it had a big neck in 64.
Yeah.
So George Harrison, Eric Clapton used it.
Right.
Yeah, a good reason to reissue.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is that model. It's a beautiful, real aniline dye stain on the whole guitar, and big giant neck profile. So basically very similar to the 59.
I don't know if you guys can see that, but it is thick.
And we did scan an original 64.
Okay.
And it is this big. And we even got the exact same neck heel that they use in 64, which is called the short tab neck heel. So really, this is a super, super accurate, true replica of a 64 SG. And we tweaked our 61 SG as well. But little things you'll notice is like a correct crown inlay, corrected Gibson logo, stuff like that. New inlay material, basically we wanted to make these guitars undeniable.
Yeah.
So now I'll show you something that's not really rooted in historical accuracy, but it's rooted in history, if that
And
makes sense.
you got me going. Anything you want. Anything you want. I'll follow you.
So, we're calling this the Les Paul Special figure top. So we took a 58 Les Paul Special, we dropped in some custom buckers, we put some true historic parts on there like the ABR1 and stop bar, and we gave it a figured maple top and multiply binding. And basically what that accomplishes is this retro mod vibe. It's not a reissue of anything, but it incorporates a lot of different vintage aspects into the style and the parts. And this was our most popular custom order of last year.
Man, I'm into that.
Yeah, we showed them on our social media, and people basically just responded by the dozens and wanted to order these in various colors. So we decided to take the best of those colors, add them to our core price list, and they'll be available, to order at any point through. So just call Thomann and order one. So yeah.
Seriously, thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah,
These are amazing. I'm looking forward to trying all of them.
Yeah.
And thank you for the tour, man.
Yeah.
And I'll go on to a different row now, I think.
Right.
Let's do that. I'm here with Dustin for a quick tour of these amazing guitars. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing well. It's been crazy. This has been crazy. What day is it? It's like Friday?
I don't know. I've been here for 2 weeks. I don't know.
Yeah, so all of these guitars were built in the Memphis factory, and it's been big news lately that we're shifting all of the semi-hollow and hollow body production over to Nashville. Essentially over here on this side, we've got, 275s, 345, 355, and all of our historic models. So anything with a historic designation, a year like a 59, 61, all that stuff's going to be coming out of the custom shop over in Nashville. And then, some of our more traditional models like the new 235, ES-335 Studios, 335 Dots, those will be built with the at the USA factory in Nashville. We also have some artist models down here, some new stuff, and we brought all of it.
You have a favorite?
Oh, come on. Do I have a favorite? Yeah. I'm pretty partial to the to this bad boy. I get a lot of flack about this guitar, but this is part of our mod series. So it starts as a historic guitar. It's a 1961 ES-335, but it's sort of the one that's had an interesting path to today. Maybe was refinished in a 1970s, motorcycle flake finish. It's got, maybe the peg head got broken at some point and they put a stinger on there, Grover milk bottles. But it's just, what could happen to a guitar, a historic guitar that is so valuable and somebody didn't really care about that value and what cool things you could do with it. So I'm partial to this one, but they're all great, man. I mean, we've got, I love this style of instrument, and I've been so happy to be a part of Memphis and working with Mike Volz and some of the people down there, Jim Lillard, that are just know everything there is to know about the history of these guitars and why they're so special. So
I love a good 335, and it's just these guitars are so underestimated for their versatility.
Oh, yeah.
And you can do anything with them. It's just absolutely brilliant.
this is the Desert Island guitar. A 335 is the Desert Island guitar. You can play anything on it, absolutely anything. I've seen people play stuff on these guitars that I never even imagined possible. Yeah, I mean, that we actually, in our artists, some of the artist models we brought here, we've got everything from Joan Jett, so going from a melody maker, punk rock, to your BB Kings. We got a Chris Cornell. That one's also one of my favorites for this year, the Cornell. That one's really special. And the Trini Lopez is back, that's a guitar that every time it leaves our lineup, I'm fielding calls and emails all year long until it comes back. So
thank you so much for your time,
absolutely.
man.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure. This is truly exciting. I'm very excited for Gibson, and that's awesome.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank
you guys for watching. I've been Guillaume at the Gibson booth, NAMM 2019.
Yeah, I think it's 2019.
2019. Be good to one another, and I'll see you very soon. Bye, guys.